Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here, and welcome to B-Ball Breakdown. I'm extremely excited to announce that we are going to do our point guard extravaganza. I've gone through a lot of footage over the last couple weeks, and I'm going to present to you the talents and abilities of the top point guards in the NBA and let you decide who the best one truly is. To start, let's look at assists, since those are normally the most important thing that a point guard needs to be able to do. And in fairness, I decided to list them in order of who has the most assists per game as of now. Here you'll see Rondo controlling the floor, getting people in the right spots, and then hitting Ray Allen right on the numbers for a nice easy shot. He's got great court vision and will hit the guys with a pass only they can catch. A good measure of a point guard is how well he knows his teammates. Here he has a real good knack of finding Ray Allen for cross-court three-point shots. He's always got his head up, he pushes the ball quick, and you can see we'll hit him on the numbers almost every single time. Many of Rondo's assists appear to be simple passes. However, to hit your man in rhythm on the numbers is not as easy as it appears. Rondo will also post up, and here he'll have nice vision and hit KG on a pass across the court for a shot. A lot has been said about how Rondo benefits from playing with three Hall of Famers. And that's true, he certainly does. However, the argument is also that the Hall of Famers are benefiting from playing with Rondo. And these next plays I'm going to show you will demonstrate how Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce are lucky to play with him, as he's the one that controls the tempo and sees the passes that no one else can. Watch the perfect timing and position of that pass where only KG can get it. Rondo also has a knack for the slick pass that's very entertaining. Watch how he sees Pierce in the back door cut and slips him a lefty underhand scoop. He can penetrate whenever he likes, and he can slip passes in the smallest of openings. His quickness gets him to a lot of loose balls, and he also has a knack for the entertaining play as well. The really cool, slick, difficult pass is always in his arsenal, and you'll never know when he's going to throw it. Since Deron Williams is now on a new team, you'd expect all of his numbers to go down. However, in the assist department, that's not been the case. Here he'll slip a nice easy pass to Lopez, who gets a turnaround jump shot in the block. Unlike Rondo, Deron Williams will more likely make the easy pass for the nice easy shot for the assist every time. At full speed, Deron Williams has great court vision and can find the open man on the weak side almost every time. D-Wheel definitely understands the value of hitting players in the numbers in rhythm so they can score. Not fancy, but the right play. Deron Williams is definitely making his teammates better. Chris Humphries is not only lucky to have Kim Kardashian in his life, but also to have Deron Williams feeding him passes off the pick and roll. He also has a great ability to see the second and third and fourth reads. When the ball can't go where it's supposed to, he has great court vision and can hit the guy cutting to the basket on the weak side. While not the fastest guy on the court, he is savvy enough to get into the lane and use his strong body and then kick it out to open shooters. Deron Williams is great at getting in the open court at full speed and still seeing the floor and hitting guys in the numbers for dunks. He can also be very patient, let the play develop, and then find the right pass for the right shot. He does have deceptive explosiveness, as you can get up the court quick and then hit slick bounce passes like that. The screen and roll decisions are also important for a point guard, and Deron Williams is great at being able to find the roller for the shot. There is no question that Deron Williams is a leader. He hasn't been on this team for very long at all, and he's already directing traffic deep into the fourth quarter, getting guys in the right spots, and then completing the play with a nice pass. He can also hit his shooters on long passes down to the deep corner, right on the numbers, perfect timing, splash. And if you gamble with a double team on him, he'll hit the man and get a dunk almost every time. The bottom line with Deron Williams is that he's not flashy, not crazy exciting, but he knows how to use the bounce pass to feed the post, he can keep his head up and his body balanced, and he knows how to draw defenders to him, which open up scoring opportunities for his other teammates. Again, the ability to hit your shooters on the numbers with the right timing is really crucial and a lot harder than it seems. While many of his assists seem easy, the decision-making on a pick and roll is crucial, and I think that Chris Paul is the best at making the right decision the most times. The Hornets run a ton of weak side action off of the screen and roll on the strong side, and Chris Paul is terrific at hitting the guy in the numbers and reading the right play. While Chris Paul might be a little bit short for his position, he has tremendous vision and can spot shooters on the other side of the floor with ease. He is incredibly quick and can use his strong body to get into the lane and then a beautiful bounce pass to finish. Fundamentally perfect. He can also exist in a framework of an offense. Beautiful backdoor cut and then the wraparound pass. And on the break, he understands his personnel perfectly and knows who to give it to and when and how, and they almost never blow a chance on a fast break to get 2 points. Or 3. Westbrook is a player who relies on supreme athletic talent. However, he has gotten better at reads and seeing the floor and is able to hit Kevin Durant on the numbers with the right timing quite a bit. In fact, I believe that he benefits from Durant as a teammate more than any of the other point guards. Derrick Rose has also mastered the rhythm pass, hitting the shooter on the numbers at the right time for him to make the shot. It is clear, though, that Derrick Rose will use his supreme quickness, he is the quickest guard in the league, to get to the basket as much as he can and then kick out to shooters. That's his bread and butter play for assists, and it's certainly been working pretty well for the Bulls this year. His passing improvement has really happened here on these plays, where he sees the floor, pocket passes with not a lot of room, and timing-wise where Boozer can slip screens and he can slip the pass in there for a layup. Next, we'll look at scoring. It's not about volume because, after all, I have charted the last 30 years of champions, and I've noted that if the point guard takes more than 19% of the team's shots, they'll never win a championship. So it's not about the number of shots or how much he scores, it's the efficient manner and how much pressure they can put on a defense that will get the offense going. So long as Derrick Rose is the quickest guy off the dribble, his bread and butter play is going to be the drive to the basket, either with a screen or without. He has a killer crossover, can explode, and if you don't foul him, he's going to score, or he'll score and get fouled. He can twist and contort his body to shield the ball and still finish with soft touch. It's his fearlessness going to the basket which has opened up his outside game. Clearly, the best improvement this year has been his ability to hit the outside jumper, pulling them off the dribble. It's just consistent enough for defenses to have to guard him out there, opening up his drive. And his three-point shot has improved as well. However, he relies on it a little bit too much for my taste. Russell Westbrook's explosive athletic ability gets into the hoop better than anybody else in the league, and he can finish against contact off the glass softly. His improvement on the jump shot with a pull-up has been immeasurable this year. However, at 44%, considering how many layups he gets, his offensive efficiency is a little too low. And there are times when his decision-making is questionable. He'll force a shot, however, his athleticism is so good he can make up for it on the putback. And on a loose ball open court situation, oh my goodness, is he exciting. There isn't hardly anybody that could stop him in situations like this. Deron Williams has a complete game. He's got a very strong body and bowls his way to the hoop, using it to shield off defenders and get all the way to finish. The second you think he's not that fast, he blows right by you and finishes. As soon as he lulls you to sleep with his slower dribble, he'll increase his speed, get to the basket, get you on his hip, and finish. And it doesn't matter if a big guy switches over to him because he's so strong, he'll get him on his hip, right into the basket, and finish anyway. Because they run so many pick and rolls for him, he's used to having big men switch off to guard him, and he's a master at stepping back and hitting that shot. And his mid-range game is terrific because they're afraid of his drive. He can pull up from 20 and hit that consistently. Because he's a great free throw shooter, his trickiness getting fouls is very important, and he always gets guys up in the air and gets the foul there. He also has a post-up game because he's got a bigger body than most of his defenders and can damage people down there. From a scoring standpoint, Chris Paul does the majority of his damage with pull-up outside jump shots, either from 15 or from a three-point range. He has got a great touch out there, but they don't have to worry too much about his drive since he doesn't take too many shots at the rim. He doesn't always have to have the ball to score, as he can work within the framework of an offense on the weak side, but he also, in the open court, can pull up from the free throw line and nail that jumper a lot. People have been wondering why he's been playing so poorly recently, and he's certainly been missing a lot of easy open shots that he normally makes, and that's the one thing I would point to. There's no question that Rajon Rondo is one of the most exciting open court players in the NBA with finishes like this. He is quick, not necessarily fast, but definitely one of the quickest guys in the league, and can finish with a European two-step. And I can argue that because they don't think he's a scoring threat, they'll run away from him and he gets to the basket that way. He does pass up lots of open jumpers, but it's not terrible, and it's comparable percentage-wise from 16 to 23 feet as the other point guards were covering in this post. As you can see, he's right in the middle of the pack, and he takes about the same amount of jump shots in that range as the others. While we can spend several hours diving into every other kind of stat and try and judge their worth based on those, I thought I'd just give you my observations as a coach into the intangibles, which basically covers everything else we haven't talked about, and then let you decide from there who the best point guard in the NBA really is. While not the best defender of the bunch, Rose's weak side positional defense has gotten a lot better, and he's tried a lot harder on that end, resulting in a lot of breakout dunks. While his shooting percentage might be a little bit low, and he looks like he forces shots, by getting to the rim like that, he collapses the defense, and quite often the Bulls benefit from that. For 50-50 balls, Rose is quick and strong enough that he can get a lot of those in the open court. On the flip side, Rose will sometimes settle for a three-pointer, particularly just pulling up without passing the ball. And as a point guard, it's not a good shot. And sometimes he'll get into the lane and pull up from 15 without passing the ball and starting the offense. And there are times when he's a little careless with the ball on his passes and they get tipped and stolen. And he'll also get careless with over-dribbling. The best part about Westbrook's game is his ability to grab the defensive rebound, push the ball up court past everybody, and get right to the rim for either a foul or a bucket. He's also very good at splitting the pick and roll, getting to the basket, and then getting guys up in the air and getting fouls on them. He has yet to master the catch and shoot. He has to put the ball on the ground before he shoots it, which is a problem, and he doesn't quite get the respect that other stars get in a call like this where they call a charge on him. Deron Williams could be the smartest of the bunch on defense. His weak side position is always great, and he's always anticipating. However, he over-dribbles and over-penetrates as well and misses easy shots in the break sometimes. A lot of rebounds the point guards get are long rebounds that happen to fall in their hands. But Deron Williams moves, tries to box out, and is aware and does a nice job rebounding. And when he fights for that rebound and gets it, look out for the other team because he'll come right back down and either make it or give up for a layup. He's a deceptive athlete and makes up for any of his shortcomings by hustle and hard work. He is a little too in love with a three-point shot, considering he only shoots 33% from there and averages 5 attempts a game. If Rose is the fastest guy in the NBA, imagine how fast Chris Paul is for catching up to him and getting the ball from him. We all know how good he is on offense, but on defense he's got great quick hands, he's got good position on his feet, and he can always get a steal if you're not careful with it. And then if he steals the ball near the half court, forget about it. It's 2-3 dribbles and a pass and they get a layup. One thing you could say is that he doesn't get to the basket often enough and doesn't finish great when he's there. Rondo has got great hands and will steal the ball at any chance he gets with a quick from behind poke or a strip on the way up. He also moves without the ball well, but doesn't make a lot of the shots in close, and that's a serious problem. And he'll shoot unorthodox shots like this that miss. And he also will miss those wide open 15-foot jumpers on occasion as well. I'd say his biggest liability is his free throw percentage, and it becomes a great liability in the fourth quarter. So there you have it, sports fans. It's up to you to decide in the comments who the best point guard in the NBA truly is. There are a lot of glaring omissions out here, primarily Steve Nash, anybody? His team isn't doing as well, and I had to make some cuts somewhere. But let me know how you feel about that, because I know there are a lot of you guys who would probably strongly disagree with me and think he should be included. But you got a lot of other point guards, Tony Parker, Billups, I'm forgetting a lot. So thanks for joining us. Please let us know who you're going to vote for. I want to find out because I don't know. And we'll be off for a week, but we'll be back full speed for the rest of the season, including the playoffs and the finals. So don't forget to tell everybody about B-Ball Breakdown, B-Bull Breakdown, Heat Breakdown, and get in on the conversation because, as you know, it's not a channel, it's a conversation.